Last week I had a really decent week in the market. First of all, I want to mention that I didn't know, like I knew but I didn't know, like all of these stages of trading. So apparently I'm in stage 4 of being disciplined and following my rules and such. And last week my trading was actually pretty good. I'm trying to remember if I had any losses last week. I think it was just that big loss, that one big loss that I had told you guys about. It was like 3 losses on the day, but it ended up, combined it was a 3 loss. I ended up making that money back and some on that next trade the next day. And I don't think I had any more losses last week. Now, um, I am following my rules. I am making sure that, it has to be a great setup. Like, I can't be too risky right now. And if I don't make the full amount of money, I just don't make the full amount of money. It's just how it's going to have to be. But I want to make sure I'm doing the things right. I want to make sure I'm growing my account. I don't want to be giving all of my profits back and losing all the money um, that, is left in my account. And so, yeah, things is going pretty good. Today I had a decent loss today again. And I'm going to still say that the loss is my fault. Um, but um, when I went to try to sell out of my contract, um, it wouldn't let me out my contract. And it was just sitting there pending. And I think I had told you guys, is that the same thing that happened to me last week? That I don't like to do limited contracts, but the market was fickle today. We have a lot of news this week. We got um, lots of earnings coming up for this week, and so I just went on ahead because and took the trade on limit because I can't do a market trade before I think it's I'm on Central Time, so before 8:45 I can't do a market, and so I went on ahead and did it, and then I had decided that I wanted to close it, and then I tried to close it, the limit order, and it just had me sitting there pending. And I think that I've tried this before some time ago, even when I've done um, a limit one before that I've tried putting at the highest that is the limit and at the lowest at the limit, and it still left me on pending. And that's another reason why I don't like that, because I want to be able to get in and out of my trades fast. Just put me on market, baby. Whatever market is, just put me there. Get me in, get me out. And so I couldn't get out, and I lost 23% on that trade. Which, when I was trying to get out, guys, um, because it just decided, like, it was going up, then it started falling down, pulling back. And I told you, like before, stocks pull back, it's okay. Well, it started pulling back, but then it started bouncing. So it's going up, then it's coming down. It's going up, it's coming down. And then you just get to the point where you're mentally exhausted with the up and down, up and down, up and down. And so I said, okay, let me just close the trade at break even, and I will get back in when it decides it wants to move, because it indeed moved. And when I tell you it moved, it moved. Um, and so I ended up getting out of the trade, and when it filled me, it was at 23% because it was still on limit. It was on at a 23% loss, and I was like, "You have got to be kidding me!" Because when it pulled back, like I told you, I was at break even when I was trying to get out, and so I canceled it and then went back in to try, again. And see, that's the thing with limit contracts. Y'all don't know where it's gonna put you, and I just feel like Robinhood just be like, I'm gonna just put you in the worst field I could put you in, just to put you in the worst field I could put you in. That's what I be feeling like. Like they just be trying to feed the market or something. I don't know. But anyways, enough of that, y'all. It was a decent loss. I took another trade. I got almost all of it back. Now, what I have to start doing though is start. So I have this thing like I can't take no, like a number of contracts. When I lose, it's like it's a mental thing, right? But what I realized today, I said you have to stop doing that because you need to take the same amount of contracts that you would have took at any other point. And so, had I had taken the proper amount of contracts, I would have been fine. I'd have made my money back. I'd have made my money back and some. I ended up pulling out of that trade too early because I think I pulled out of that trade at like 8% because it started bouncing around 8%. And so I was like, I'm not about to do this twice and then end up losing my money because I can't get out the trade. But then I could at that point because at that point I could use market. But anyways, when I got out, it started pushing up. So it ended up giving me more than what I thought I was closing at. However, the problem with that was it's just that I didn't stay in the trade. And so it ended up pushing up 45% and I closed at 8. So that was great. It was great. I didn't want, the other 37%. I didn't want it. Of course I wanted it. But anyways, we're still working on the psychology. And so for today, I've officially missed out on, let me see. I think it was 300, a little bit over $300 on the day, which is cool. No big deal. I wish I would have got the $300 extra because then that would have helped me, cover the first trade, and then I would have had, some money left over or whatever. But no big deal. I live to trade another day, y'all. So I will be trading again tomorrow because I've lived to trade another day. Well, that's all I got for right now. I will come back with another video. I actually like these little short videos. I do want to talk about another topic and why trading is going to be very important to me. But we'll do that on the next one. All right, guys. Bye.